Okay, let's start this again. So I was talking about from my personal experience of having dated like long distance with many different types of connections that I've had over the years, all my life basically. Literally since I was 12 and I had a computer, I've had long distance relationships, and then I lived in Europe. So of course my boyfriends were European, and even here in the US I've had boyfriends connections that were European. So anyways, I have already all this fucking experience, and I can talk about this. Okay. I just have to say that for me, especially at this point, one of the sexiest things, like for me, coming from a man that wants to be with me, is someone who takes action, who shows me with actions that he wants me, that he wants to be with me, that he wants something with me. Like that to me is the biggest, like when I'm observing someone and how they're acting and how they're going about, gosh, this is why I didn't want to go on video anyway. That's how I know. Okay, when a guy gets on the fucking plane, whatever, train, car, that's how I fucking know. Someone who's just talk. Oh, I really want to see you. Oh, I really want to come to you. Oh, but this. Oh, but why don't you come to me? Oh, but when you're over here, maybe when you come here, maybe when you go there, blah, 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 blah. To me, that is boring. I am not attracted to that. I don't care. It bores me. I'm not interested. I'm very turned on and very much interested in someone who shows me with actions that he wants me and that he wants to make me his woman, and he will do whatever it takes to fucking make me his woman. Okay? So someone who's like, okay, like I'm gonna go to you, and different situations are gonna have different scenarios, okay? But this is just in general, in general. Like if I am dating someone who lives in another country or for whatever, whatever, I'm not gonna fly to him. I'm not gonna fucking go to him. And I've had this experience in the past many times, okay? I'm talking as someone who has a lot of fucking experience. And in the past, I did almost fall for that whole, when they say, oh, but I'll buy you a plane ticket so you can come to me. I almost fell for that. Because there was this one guy in Amsterdam that I was dating who did, while we were dating, he did buy me like a first class ticket to fly to him on KLM, direct flight from where I'm at to him in Amsterdam. I'm so glad that we ended up breaking up before the trip even happened. But I really gotta say that the best advice I can give like a woman right now is that he's saying, oh, I'll buy you a ticket. I'll fly you to me. It sounds really sexy, and it makes you feel like, ooh, they're really interested in me. Of course I'm gonna go. But if he has the money to fly you out to him, don't you think he also has the money to fly to you, to come to you? Why do you have to go to him? Like, a woman should not have to go to the man. The man needs to come to the woman. Okay? He should be making the effort and climbing up the fucking mountain to be with you. Why do I have to go through all the trouble and spending all that money just to make it super easy for him and to be on a golden platter? Here I am. No, no. Like, it took me a lot of experience now to really finally be like, you know, that's not gonna happen anymore. It's not gonna happen. And it's not that I've had a lot of guys who would tell me, oh, come to me, come to me. Like, I had serious relationships while living in London, where we were living in the same country, we were living in the same place, you know. I've lived with a boyfriend before, like I've had those experiences, and I'm not saying every single guy has been long distance and I had to fly to him. But there has been occasionally some guys that I've dated throughout the years where I remember I would meet them in Europe and meet them, and then I'd have to come back to, you know, my home country, to the US. And then there was that, you know, we were talking, we really liked each other, and then it's like, oh, when are we gonna see each other again? And then there was always that anxiety, like, oh shit, if I don't go, he's gonna forget about me. If I don't go, he's gonna go with someone else. I need to make the effort to go and be with him and see him. What a big fat fucking, you know what I want to say, piece of fruit. No. If I could go back in time and, you know, I'd shake myself like, what are you doing? You know? Because if that guy really serious about you and really, really likes you, they are going to be the ones, you know, overcoming the challenges to get to you, to be with you, to come to you. You know, it's like I always say, my first boyfriend, this English guy that I dated when I was 23, is one of my favorite examples to give, because we, you know, we were getting to know each other. We were friends first. We were talking online for a while, and then things got a little bit more serious. We really liked each other. We really wanted to meet and spend time together and have maybe something a little bit more formal, more real. And this guy was talking to me while he was working for a celebrity, a very famous English singer. You know, I'm not gonna say who, because if this goes viral, I'm not trying to, you know, put out, you know, this information out there. But many of you will probably already know who I'm talking about. So he was working for this famous singer. He was, you know, doing his thing, working, and he would still take the time to Skype me or to call me, text me, whatever it was that we were, you know, we were communicating. He was talking to me. He was being consistent. He was showing me that he really wanted something with me. And then he flew to me to come spend time with me and get to know me and get to meet my family. And then we formed a serious relationship and connection, you know. But I didn't have to go to him. He came to me, okay? And so it's bullshit. After this relationship with that guy, eventually I ended up meeting another English guy. Obviously, this relationship didn't last too long. I don't want to get into details, but it was still nothing, you know, nothing bad. It just didn't work out eventually, and then we went our separate ways. And then I met another guy when I was living already in London, because at the time I was already studying in London. So then I had a different type of experience. But even that serious relationship that I had for 5 years with that other English guy, eventually I had to come back to the US, you know, after studying in London for quite a few years. And again, there was that thing where in order to stay together and be together, either he came and flew out here and spend time with me and be with me and try to figure something out, or, you know, it just wasn't going to work out anymore. And I remember there was a lot of effort on my part to like try to keep us together, and that is just so wrong. Like, a woman should not have to be like, I feel like when women do this also, we're so in our masculine energy. we're trying to like control everything and try to make things work, when really that the man should be doing that is what he needs to be doing. But that's another subject and a much longer topic. But regardless, like, you know, without getting into my personal details, like, if you're dating someone, or someone really likes you and they live in another country, they're the ones that need to fucking make the effort to come to you and be with you. You know, you shouldn't be figuring out how you're going to be together, how you're going to make it work. What do I need to do? If he finds someone else, he finds someone else. He was not the one. You were not for him. He was not for you. You learned a lesson, or it was a beautiful encounter, and that's it. Okay? But if he really likes you and he really wants to be with you and he's the one for you, he's gonna fucking fly to you. He's gonna figure out a way to get to you, to be with you. Okay? There's gonna be like serious intentions. Okay? And it's gonna be quite known and quite like, he's gonna express that. But if it's just casual, very like lighthearted, like, oh, maybe one day, oh, well, if you come in and see me, or if you come to this, you know, my country or my city or whatever, or my town, then we'll be together, then we'll get to know each other, then we'll date. Excuse me? No. You know, especially if you're someone who, what's the word? I'm forgetting my English right now. Like, you're in high demand. There's lots of people that want to date you and want to be with you. You think you're going to be single for long? No. No. Because if that guy is not fucking coming to you, that other guy's going to be like, you're mine. You know? Like, wait for that one. Wait for that one who knows what he wants. He sees you and he knows you're a gold mine. You're mine. You're my wife. You're my fucking past life soulmates. You're the one. I'm not gonna let you escape because I freaking love everything about you. You're the one for me. Whatever it is, like, your soul feels it, their soul feels it. It's an instant connection. You know you want to be together, and it's just, the rest is history. But it's not that difficult, and it's also not you bending fucking backwards to make it work with someone, when it's the man that needs to take initiative and action to, you know, win you over, you know? Like, excuse me? Like, enough of this bullshit of, you know, women doing all the work for the man. Like, it's also a lot about, like I said, the whole feminine and masculine energy within us. When we're too much in our masculine, we're the ones trying to do everything. Or even just the fear of, oh, this person's gonna escape, this person's not gonna be there anymore, the fear of abandonment, the fear of, oh, and especially this happens especially when you already have a sexual connection with someone. This is why you shouldn't be sleeping with someone so early on in the connection. You really need to get to know someone really well before there's a sexual connection, because once you have that sexual intimacy, that, you know, especially for women, chemicals, hormones, you know, and then we're like bonding, and then we're like, no, you're mine, we need to be together, and then you're not thinking straight, and then you're not seeing right, and then you have these rose-colored glasses on, and then you're doing too much, and then you're trying to do everything you can to not lose this person because you're like bonded. You're like, we need to be together. And it's like, no, bitch. This is how I talk to myself, I swear. So don't get offended. But it's like, that's just, you don't have to take my advice, okay? You do you. But this is definitely coming from someone with a lot of experience, and I've been here and I've been there, and I know. And I had to learn the hard way through many, many, many experiences. But anyway, I really wanted to come on and say something about this, because again, it's so sexy when a man is like, I know what I want, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go get it, you know. But someone who's just like, let's talk. and they're just wasting my time, text, call, and there's no plans. There's no plans to be together, there's no plans to meet, there's no plans, and I mean like someone that you actually feel safe with. Yeah, I'm not talking about just some random dude who you start talking to and then you randomly go and fucking meet, you know. That's a different, mamma mia, topic altogether. I'm not gonna get into that. Use discernment. Use discernment. I'm talking about people that you already, you know, feel safe. You know they're a good person. You feel safe. You're talking. You like each other. You want to be together, but you live in two different countries. And it's like, well, if we were in the same country, it could work. But what are they doing about it? Especially if this is someone that you've known for many years, you know, you already have this like special bond with them. They like you a lot, but it's just this fantasy that is constantly like, oh, when you come here, oh, when you come to me, oh, when you're closer and it's easier for me to be with you. If not, it's like they string you along because they continue to feed your head with, oh, I like you, I want to be with you, I see myself marrying you, I see myself with you, but then they're not doing anything. Move along. Keep it moving. Keep it moving, baby. Anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you. Un bacio e alla prossima.